I am not sure Fancy Gadam is a Mampusi, right? Okay. Like I said, I don't want to sound divisive here because once you begin to mention ethnic groups or tribes, it sounds divisive. But it's like the way the conversation is going, we need to make some things clear. And that is why I am mentioning. Please pardon me if you feel offended by some of the names or the way I am sounding. Now, Fancy Gadam is not a Mamprosi, right? Again, for the records, the program that Lazzy Boy attended, which happens to be Fancy Gadam's program in Tamale Sports Stadium, Fancy Gadam never invited Lazzy Boy. I want to repeat that part. He never invited Lazzy Boy. So if you people are saying the soothsayer said an artist from the mother side invited Lazzy Boy, Fancy Gadam, who for once is not from the mother side of Lazzy, whom Lazzy Boy attended his program, I want to also say on records that Fancy Gadam never invited Lazzy Boy. What happened? Let me tell you. Lazzy Boy attended a program back in the days, which happens to be Northern TikTokers Awards. And it was through that program, Lazzy Boy met a very giant, a very humble, a very respected chief. I reverence that chief so much. His name is Nana Abazo. Nana Abazo, who has heard of Lazzy and listened to his song, said, no, this guy, you are good. So to also help you grow, I have a boy called Fancy Gadam. I will introduce you to Fancy Gadam and see how best you guys can help to grow. So Nana Abazo was the one who actually linked Lazzy Boy to Fancy Gadam. It is through Nana Abazo Fancy Gadam got to know of Lazzy Boy. Maybe if he has heard of him earlier, not in person like I am saying, it was through Nana Abazo. And I respect that chief so much for the good things he's doing for the music industry and the youth. So it was through Nana Abazo Lazzy Boy got to know Fancy Gadam. Now, in order for Lazzy Boy to say thank you to Nana Abazo, he decided to do a song. And I don't know how many of you have listened to that song. The title is Nana Abazo. So he did a song for Nana Abazo to say thank you for the link and the support. So when Nana Abazo heard the song, he decided that no, if that's the case, I would like Fancy to also be on the song so that it will be like my two boys have done a song for me. So he requested for Fancy to also be on the song, which Fancy accepted. And because of that, if you have heard, you will realize that the Nana Abazo song is in two folds. We have Lazzy Boy Nana Abazo, and we have Nana Abazo remix, which is Fancy and then Lazzy Boy. So that is how come the song became two. So it was through Nana Abazo's effort that Fancy Gadam jumped on that song. So fast forward, when Fancy Gadam was doing his program in Tamale Sports Stadium, Fancy didn't invite Lazzy Boy. It was Lazzy Boy who reached out to Fancy and said, big bro, I know you are doing a program like this. I feel like coming to support you. So it was Lazzy Boy who requested to come and support a big brother, which is Fancy Gadam. And Fancy Gadam, being so humbled, accepted the request and said, why not? Come and do what you can also do. That is the opportunity Fancy can equally give to a brother. So he accepted and gave Lazzy Boy his own stage to perform. And we all saw that performance at the Tamale Sports Stadium. Right after that program, right after the performance, Lazzy Boy left. There was no award or whatsoever that went on that program or at that program. I don't know how many of you were there on that day. There was no anything like an award. And even after the program, there was nothing like an award or a gift. Let me even use the word a gift. There was nothing like even a gift that came from anyone to Lazzy Boy. No. Even Nana Abazo himself has not given Lazzy Boy a car before. No. So this is what happened. So if the soothsayer said an artist from the mother's side invited Lazzy for a show and there was an award, which was a car, and the car was given to Lazzy, and the one who invited him felt offended, and that is what started his whole whatsoever till his death. Listening to that and listening to the facts that I have given you, can you associate that? What the soothsayer said, can you, even if that was what he said, can you associate that to fancy gadam? Let's not be ungrateful people. Let's not be ungrateful people. I repeat,